Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the next future bass or actually sound design tutorial. Today I'm gonna show you, I guess, highly requested Super Saw chord stack instrument rack that allows you to make Super Saw chords LFO modulated and pitch modulated instantly. So that's a huge time saver. Whoops. Let's get right into this. So basically I posted this on Instagram and some people commented that, how do you do that? How does that work? So I'm sharing this with you today. So basically we have an instrument rack and then we have some random chord progression. So this is what it sounds like, and we have LFO modulation. We can fade in, we can also modulate the LFO speed. At the beginning of each bar, I guess, there's this pitch slide. So this is also being controlled by one of the macros, so you can turn this on and off if you want. So basically what this rack is a combination of a couple of Serum presets. It's basically the Super Saw layering. So that's a high layer. That's more like a medium saw layer. And then we have some mid-low, darker saw layer. There's no super saws, not much. It depends on what's the sound you want to achieve. If you want more super saw kind of feel to your chords, then go with it. And also at the bottom we have this bass. Let's take a look first of all before we go into how you can make this yourself. Basically, as you can see, we have this bass line here. So this is being played by these three Super Saw layers and by this bass. So this bass is only playing these notes because if you go here to a rack and you click key, you can specify the range between which the bass, in this case, will be playing. So if you play something above, in this case, E1, this is not gonna be played by this bass. So this bass is only playing from C0 to D or E1. That's cool. So maybe let's delete this and let's create something from scratch. So I am gonna put a Serum here. So we want to have one LFO in this case, modulating level, for example. So I've been using three macros to change everything. So the first one in Serum is gonna be pushing the level of each oscillator to 100%. So you get this kind of like no LFO. A little bit of OTT and a little bit of EQing. Okay, so we need more, let's name this, it's gonna be LFO. Second macro, so now we're gonna do pitch slides. So the way you can do pitch slides is using one of the LFOs with like really quick fall. We can modulate with this a coarse pitch of each oscillator. So I'm gonna set this to 1 bar as it was, but that was in the opposite. That was rising up, like let's say 30, I don't know what's the right amount. Yeah, let's say 30 is good. And maybe that's a little bit too much, so I'm gonna use this. So now what we want to do is we want to be able to turn this pitch slide on and off. So we can use macro 2 inside Serum. Basically use an aux source. If you right click on the modulation thing while being on the right LFO, you can set the aux source to macro 2. So this is gonna be working as a turning on and off this automation. It's like the amount of automation. So I call it PS as standing from pitch slide. Okay, so now no pitch slides if we turn this on. dark pitch slides. So we want one more automation. We want to be able to control the speed of the LFO. So I'm going to use the macro 3 to assign this to like something like. Okay, so that's going to be LFO speed. Okay, so now what we need to do is go here. Basically, I'm gonna just highlight everything and group everything. And then if we click this and this, we can access macros and chains. So let's maybe create some 3 layers. So we have 1 layer. So let's do something like. And maybe some kind of like mid-range dark layer, and then the second one is gonna be a different wave. Okay, so let's say that's it. Now we need to assign the modulations to each macro. So now it gets a little bit more complicated. So you go into each Serum and you click here map. You just click on the LFO and you just click map. And it's gonna map to macro 1. So I'm gonna do the same thing for each of the LFOs from each of the Serum, and I'm gonna do the same thing to all of them pitch slides and LFO speeds. And now as we try to move these LFOs, we want this LFO knob, while being pushed to 100%, we want this to turn on LFO instead of turning off. So what we need to do is to go to map section, and in this LFO here, macro LFO, we have to set the minimum value to 100% and the maximum to 0. So this is gonna do exactly what I just said it should do. And the LFO speed, we also want this to be increasing the LFO speed instead of slowing it down. So this it's gonna do the job. Okay, and pitch slides. Okay, it works properly. So yeah, that's it. We can put an OTT. Yeah, so now what we can do basically is we can right click on this, show automation in new line. We can start automating this, for example, like that. Or we can actually smoothly transition from no LFO to LFO. It's pretty cool. Time saver. If you make a couple of versions of the same instrument, you make a song and you think like, okay, I need a super saw, a really beefy, really rich super saws. But layering takes a lot of time, so I'm gonna just pull up the instrument rack. Or maybe I want more like maybe more soft chords, then I pull up the soft version. And maybe I want arps, I pull up the arps, because basically we can do arps here. Let's see. Whoa, that's cool. Let's see. Yeah, I can do this endlessly. Thanks for watching. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you want some high quality royalty-free sounds and samples, I have a lot of future-based presets. And I have a lot of future-based sounds. So if you go to my website oversample.us, you can check them out. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Also, sidechain that subscribe button. Don't forget about this. And see ya in the next one.